In late 2013, I got my first smartphone, the iPhone 5. But prior to that, I used something much more basic, the Pantech Renew, an AT&T specialized phone. I don't remember much about this, mostly because I only had it a few months prior to getting the iPhone. However, it was still pretty cool for me at the time. It's amazing to see how smartphones play such a big part in our life when really the cell phone was designed for talking, which is ironic considering it's one of the least used functions. Of course, this particular device has more capabilities than, say, a flip phone. However, it's still a lot more basic. So many of the features we all use on our smartphones are taken for granted when you take a look at something like this. In the box, we got most of the standard stuff that you'd expect from a phone like this, including the charger and a removable battery. Obviously, it doesn't have service anymore, however, you can still use the other features such as the incredible 3-megapixel camera, calculator, and well, that's about it. Strangely, this phone cannot connect to Wi-Fi, so you're pretty limited without service. It seems to have a web browsing feature, but from what I remember, it didn't work on our data plan. There are some apps that you could download, but it's really not that much. Probably one of the most obvious things about this device is the size. While it's similar to the iPhone 4, which was the latest at the time, it's still incredibly tiny with a 3.2-inch touchscreen, something unheard of today. Thankfully, this phone includes a slide-out keyboard, which was one of my favorite features about this. I don't know what it is, but texting on a physical keyboard like this one is definitely something I miss about newer devices. It isn't all bad though. This phone does have some nice features for a budget device. While the camera is pretty bad, it does have a video function and a micro SD slot to expand the storage. The keyboard's backlit and the phone itself feels pretty solid. Additionally, it has Bluetooth, but of course you could always use the headphone jack, which is nice since it seems to be pretty rare with newer devices. Out of all the stuff on this phone, I found that the size of the device itself and the OS to be the most problematic. It runs something called BrewMP, which I've never heard of before, but it's strange. There was a lot of lag in the touchscreen, and overall, it was pretty slow. The menus were confusing, and there were a bunch of home screens that I found to be confusing and unintuitive. All in all, it isn't the worst phone in the world, although I would have a hard time using it today. I can understand why I enjoyed it when I first got it, and for a budget phone, it really isn't that bad. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys next week.